Hey guys, Richard Sailing here. Not sure how you found this video or where you're watching it from. Not that it really matters, but as you're watching this video and you're hearing me talk, I want you to pay really close attention to what I'm about to share because I don't know if this information is going to be for you or you over there or, oh yeah, you in the back. This might be for you. I don't know. Only you will know if this information is going to be a good fit for you. So pay very close attention. I'm sure that as you're watching me talk and hearing the words that I'm about to share, you'll know what's important for you and you'll be able to take away the information that you need. So here we go. Are you working a W-2 job? Raise your hand. Yes? All right, excellent. Now, whether you are like me or not, maybe you love your job, maybe you're getting enough fulfillment, maybe you're getting paid enough to keep you there and you're very happy where you're at. If that's you, congratulations. But if you're like a lot of Americans who are working a W-2 job, and whether they are making enough money just to pay the bills or not enough money to pay the bills, they're not happy, they're not fulfilled, and they're looking for something else. So what do? Maybe you were like me. You took a second job, which took you away from the people that you love to be around. It kept you away, further away from doing the things that you wanted to do and kept you more in the place of doing the things that you have to do just to make ends meet. Maybe that describes you. Maybe you're in a job that you absolutely love, but it's just not giving you the lifestyle that you want. And so, you take on a second job, maybe you look into MLM. I did that, wasn't a good fit for me because I didn't like the idea of the only way to make money is by recruiting other people to teach them how to recruit other people and then keeping them motivated and inspired. And just a downward spiral wasn't a good fit for me. So I want to share with you what the one percenters do in America. Now, you can hate the one percenters and be envious and jealous and say they make too much money, or we can learn from them because, after all, success leaves clues, right? So let me ask you this. You don't want to do a second job. You don't want to do MLM. So what do? Oh, maybe I look into real estate investing. So you attend one of these one-day seminars, these 3-day boot camps that are typically held in a hotel, and you hear the guru's name, and they're all over the radio, TV, and on Facebook. So you attend this free seminar so you can learn all the secrets about fixing and flipping a house, or tax liens, or whatever the catch is, right? So let me ask you this. Do you really think you're going to get all the information you need to be successful in real estate investing after one day? Probably not. I mean, look at other industries. Do you think a doctor could do what he does or she does and be successful and competent after one day? No. And neither did I. But I went anyway, right? Because I was hopeful. I was optimistic that I was going to find a way to improve not only my life, but the life of my family, right? So I kept looking and I found it. I finally found it. And that's what I want to share here with you because this place does not advertise. Yeah, that's right. They don't advertise. So now you're thinking, oh, okay, here we go. It's an MLM built around real estate. No, it's not about that at all. It's just, for those of you who know me, know that I'm very passionate about things that I like. And when I find something that works, that I like, I love to talk about it. I'm a big promoter. So for example, I absolutely love this restaurant by our house. It's called Soul Mexican Cantina. Amazing food off of Greenway and Scottsdale Road. Amazing, the best, hands down. I've attended a personal growth event by a guy named Michael Burnoff, who, in my opinion, blows away all the other speakers out there, because it's not about speaking, it's about giving you tools that you can use on a daily basis. And that's what I'm going to get back to the point here. That's what this education does. It's not a one-day sales pitch. It's not a 3-day boot camp, which ultimately ends up in an upsell deal, right? What if there was a real estate investing education program that was built on a model that we are very familiar with? That would be cool, wouldn't it? So picture this. If you went to high school, you know what that education system looks like. Not the broken stuff, but I'm just talking overall in general. You take the basic classes, and then the subsequent classes, they build. If you went to college, you know that you start off with the basics, the math, the English, the history, the science, because it's all building that foundation, right? And then you get into your core classes. So you start at the 100, 200 level classes, and then you have some electives, and then you get into your core classes. Well, this education system is built on that, using the institutional systems design. And so you start off learning the foundational classes that you need to be successful. Tax and legal strategies, credit management, mortgage acceleration. Mortgage acceleration. Then you learn the real estate investing basics. Then you learn how to find a deal before it hits the MLS. Where do you find the money for your deals? Because real successful investors don't use their own money. They use leverage. That's the difference between the wealthy and the non-wealthy. They know how to use leverage. They know how to use money. They know how to use credit. And that's what these foundational courses are for, your 100 and 200 level courses. These are called the essentials, right? So once you get through those, then you get into your electives. So how do you get more involved with tax liens? You learn about the fix and flips, all the details about it. What is your buyer identity? What type of market niche are you going to go after? You know, those kind of things. What about title and funding? And so that's where you get into your core and elective courses. So check this out. There is close to 50 classes involved in this education. 50. Yeah. And what's really cool is, let's say you go to one of those one-day seminar boot camps and you bought the program. Congratulations. The education is fine, because after all, the techniques and the strategies, they are what they are. But the difference is what's going to happen when the laws change. So election year, it's going to change some things, right? No matter who gets in office, we know that the tax laws are going to change, and things are going to impact what we're doing. Could you go back to that program and get a free update? No. If you went to ASU, go Devils, could you go back to your program and say, hey, you know what? The information on engineering, it changed a little bit. Can you update the class? Can I get in for free? No. So what we have here, though, is this particular program gives you lifetime access. So when a strategy changes, when the laws change, the content of the classes gets updated. How freaking cool is that? Here's another cool thing. So as an alumni, let's say for those of you who went to college, do you feel more inclined to help people who went to your college? Do you feel a little more closer to those people? How about military folks? Who's my veterans? All right, so if you were in the Air Force, are you more inclined to like someone who's in the Air Force? I'm a Marine, or former Marine. I'm not active duty any longer. I'm more inclined to like other Marines. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to help them more. I'm more inclined to reach out to them. Well, same thing here. We have a community of alumni who are very eager to help others, and it's our community. right? We want to help people in our tribe, our community. We want to help people succeed. How cool is that? So not only are you getting access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to these classes that increase your financial literacy, increase your financial IQ, whether you do any real estate deals or not, that alone is priceless. Then you have the added education and information for real estate investing. You're going to be like freaking Batman, because it's not enough to learn one strategy. It's not enough to learn just how to fix and flip. What happens if the deal goes sideways? Well, maybe I know what I'll do. I'll put a renter in there. Excellent. Well, you wouldn't know that strategy if you only bought the fix and flip deal from that other program. Or you wouldn't know how to change to another strategy where you just wholesale it if you went to one of the other programs. So there's about 20 some odd different strategies depending on the market, depending on the situation and what you're facing, that you can apply. So you can, just like in football, you can zig and zag and maneuver around the situation and do what's right for that moment. So you get all of that. So if that is something that would interest you, if you want to learn more, definitely reach out to me. Go to my website, www.becomeapropertyinvestor.com. You'll see a short video that explains the education. You'll see video testimonials of real students, and go from there. Once you see that information, you'll know what to do next. This is either right for you or it isn't. And what's really cool is we have live events. We have live overview meetings where we give you all the information you need so you can make the best decision for you. In those events, you will see what other investors are doing in the local market, right here, right now, using today's strategies, not stuff that worked 5 years ago that's now illegal. It's stuff right now, very current. People who live in your community. And then you'll hear their stories. You'll hear what other students are learning. And it's so freaking cool. And with all of that, you'll get a good feel if this is something that is right for you compared to taking on a second job, compared to doing an MLM, compared to signing in for one of those other guru seminars where they fly somebody in and then fly them out after the event. You can do that, or you can look into partnering with a local community of investors who are living in your neighborhoods and are committed to seeing you succeed. Because if you don't, you know where they live, right? Being a part of a community where we can lock arms together. Because my last name is Sailing, so I'm going to use a sailing analogy. A rising tide lifts all boats. That is what's in it for me. If I can help other people succeed and get the life they want, then I can get the life that I want. And I don't know about you, but I wish someone would have showed this to me in 2008. Because in 2008, my wife and I, we lost everything. I was laid off among a lot of other people in America, right? But we lost everything. We lost the house. And I don't want that to happen to anybody else. So when I got this education and I enrolled, I knew that this was right for me, because I want to be in a position to help other people avoid foreclosure, avoid a short sale, help them get out of their home with dignity, or allow me to be in a position to put someone in a beautiful home. And at the same time, provide a very good life for me and my family. Because let's face it, our families deserve more of us. And if that's something that you want to be a part of, if you think your family deserves more of you and you want to provide more for your family, then reach out to me. Go to my website, www.becomeapropertyinvestor.com. Learn more. See if this is right for you. It may not be, but you won't know what you're saying no to until you see the information. And then that way you can make an informed decision. Make the decision that's best for you and your family. So with that, I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. And for those of you in Arizona, stay spicy.